Before jumping, my best friend drove straight into my eldest brother's car, shattering his leg. Then she leapt from the 30th floor, lying in a pool of blood. She smiled at me with terrifying brightness. "Victoria, I'll be waiting for you on the other side." I knew she chose death to escape this world. That night, I bought myself a birthday cake and posted one final message in the family group chat: "I'm leaving." My second brother, the doctor, replied coldly with a single-digit 1. My third brother, the international superstar, sent a voice message filled with ridicule. "If you want to die, then hurry up. You're just jealous of Anna. If you really die today, I'll livestream myself eating shit." My parents said nothing. Instead, they flooded the chat with countless photos of Anna celebrating her birthday at Disneyland. Only my eldest brother, the CEO, sent a string of trembling voice messages, his voice breaking between sobs. "Victoria, you know where Zoe went, don't you? Please. I'm begging you, tell me." I said nothing. I ate the cake alone, because soon, I would finally reunite with my real parents and brother. Chapter 1. After finishing the last piece of cake, I opened the system and selected a way to die. Host, are you sure you want to choose this method of suicide? Death will be extremely painful. I suggest you reconsider. The system's mechanical voice echoed. I ignored it and clicked confirm. After everything was set, I finally had time to check my phone. The family group chat was still exploding with messages. It was Anna's 18th birthday. The family had thrown her a grand coming-of-age celebration. My second brother, the doctor, had canceled several surgeries and taken a full day off to accompany her. My third brother, the international superstar, postponed his entire national tour just to sing her a birthday song. Only my eldest brother, the CEO, was in the hospital, his leg broken in the accident caused by my best friend, and was now sending one voice message after another, full of regret. "Victoria, do you know where Zoe went? Please, tell me." I listened to a few, then turned the phone off. I threw the leftover cake into the trash and followed the system's instructions to the place where I would die. Beijing First People's Hospital. Just as I reached the entrance, my phone rang. "Victoria, what did you say to Anna? Why did she take sleeping pills to kill herself?" My third brother's furious roar pierced through the receiver. Expressionless, I held the phone, trying to recall how many times this had happened, how many times I had been accused and blamed, but I couldn't remember anymore. It had happened too many times to count. "Is she dead?" My voice was calm, detached. Before more insults could follow, I hung up. I walked alone into the hospital, found a quiet corner, and sat down to wait for the system's signal. But before I could breathe, a sharp slap landed across my face. "Victoria, you've gone too far." My second brother, Sam, still in his white coat, glared at me, fury blazing in his eyes. "I thought you were just spoiled, but now you've turned vicious. So it's true, the daughter of a murderer is born evil. 18 years in our house, and you're still nothing but filth. Get on your knees and wait outside the emergency room until Anna wakes up." He yanked me by the arm, lifting me roughly. I struggled hard. My head slammed into the wall, vision flashing to black. I felt warm liquid trickle down my forehead. Sam froze, startled, his eyes flickering with guilt. "Sam, I never hurt Anna. I won't take the blame for something I didn't do." I wiped the blood from my face and spoke evenly. His eyes filled with disappointment. His lips twisted in contempt. "You didn't hurt her? Then why did you come to the hospital? Guilty in the middle of the night? Don't tell me you're here for sightseeing." "I came to the hospital to kill myself." I pressed my lips together lightly, my tone almost serene. Chapter 2. The suicide method I chose in the system was to stop a violent incident at a hospital. Tonight, in this very place, a large-scale attack would occur. A man with a knife would slash 7 doctors, before leaping from the building to his own death. Among the victims was a female doctor, who specialized in women's health and cancer. Before her death, she had advocated for the reform of the speculum design, and developed medical-grade sanitary pads, a breakthrough that drastically reduced infection rates in women. In my world, my mother was dying of uterine cancer. So, The system found me. Now, my mission was clear. Before my life ended, I wanted to do something, anything, that could help women in this world. What I hadn't expected was that the hospital would be the one where my second brother, Sam, worked. Suicide? Victoria, is this your new trick? Trying to gain pity by dying? Who taught you that? Was it your friend who jumped off the building? I'll tell you, she was insane. Just like you. You filthy disgrace. My third brother, Pablo, stormed over from afar, waving a tabloid headline about Zoe's death in my face. Fishmonger's wife kills herself from shame. Jealous of her husband's rich lover, Victoria. Just look. Every word here is true. You're just like her. Cheap. Pathetic. Dirty. 18 years in our home. And you'll never be worth even a single strand of Anna's hair. His face twisted in fury as he grabbed my hair roughly. Victoria, come apologize to Anna. And maybe, just maybe, I'll forgive you. Otherwise, I'll reveal who you really are. When the whole country finds out. No university will ever take you. Fine. What did you say? Pablo froze, his grip on my hair tightening unconsciously. I said it's fine. I repeated softly. You know what that means? He stammered. No university will accept you. Did I know what that meant? Of course I did. No one knew that pain better than me. 3 months before my college entrance exam, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. My father and brother lied, saying she'd gone on a trip, as if I wouldn't notice. But how could I not? Mom loved me. She loved this family. She was our pillar, our strength. She always said, this family would fall apart without me, and I'd always tease back. Then you'd better live forever, Mom, or our home will collapse. I still remember the day I secretly followed my father to the hospital. Mom was nothing but skin and bone. Her face gray, her body frail from chemotherapy. She still clutched my father's hand, her voice trembling as she asked again and again, Victoria doesn't know, right? She's doing well at school. I can't hold her back. She'll be a scientist one day. That day, I ran to the riverbank and cried for 3 hours straight. Then I made up my mind. I would drop out. I'd stay home and take care of her. I didn't want to miss a single moment left with my mother. So yes, I knew exactly what it meant to lose my chance at college. Victoria, are you insane? Didn't you always dream of studying physics at Kyoto University? Sam's voice shook with disbelief. I shook my head, about to reply, when a nurse came rushing down the hall. Her voice panicked. Doctor, it's bad. Your sister's awake. Her depression's triggered again. She's going to jump. Chapter 3. Anna's depression always chooses the best time to act up. When I ranked first in the whole city on the mock exam and the school was going to commend me, her depression acted up. When I had a 40-degree fever and called home while barely holding on, her depression acted up again. This time, I wasn't surprised at all. In the hospital room, she sat on the windowsill holding a fruit knife. Dad, Mom, second brother, third brother. I'm so scared. I dreamed they were hitting me again. They also said they were going to sell me to the hunchback in the village. Why didn't you find me sooner? Tears streamed endlessly from her eyes. Anna's sorrowful cries moved everyone in the room. My father, a man seasoned in business, had red eyes as he coaxed her. Anna, put down the knife. Come to Daddy. You're home now. Whatever you want, Daddy will give you. My mother, the elegant socialite, was crying so hard she could hardly breathe. Anna, you're Mommy's precious baby. Mommy begs you. Please come down. Anna muttered to herself, the fruit knife grazing her wrist. But sister doesn't like me. She said I don't deserve to be Mom and Dad's child. That I don't deserve to be in this family. Then I might as well die. Crying loudly, Anna stared at me with aggrieved eyes. Victoria, did you really say that to Anna? Who gave you the courage? Third brother Pablo slapped me across the face and yanked my hair, dragging me in front of Anna. Anna, don't believe Victoria's words. You are the real daughter of this family. She's just a fake. Yes, Victoria isn't our daughter. Anna, you are. My mother cried as she hurriedly agreed. The tears in Anna's eyes finally stopped. She put down the knife and slowly climbed down from the window. Anna, be good. Give the knife to second brother. Don't hurt yourself. Second brother Sam coaxed her gently, trying to take the knife from her hand. But suddenly, Anna screamed. The knife slashed toward me. Slash! The sharp blade cut from my forehead diagonally to the corner of my mouth. The burning pain instantly reminded me of when I was in my second year of high school, when I accidentally cut my finger while chopping vegetables. Mom came home full of concern, softly comforting me. My good girl. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Mom's gentle words still seemed to echo in my ears. I covered my face and fell to the floor. Ah, I didn't mean to. Sister, I'm sorry. I couldn't control myself. Anna cried pitifully, then fainted. The people in the room panicked, carrying her out in their arms. I lay on the cold floor, the wound throbbing with pain. Mom, I called out unconsciously, tears sliding down my cheeks. The salty tears ran across the knife wound, doubling the sting. I couldn't stop myself. The tears kept falling. When I first came to this world, I was a baby. I had been cautious, only wanting to complete my mission and cure my mother's illness. But later, this family treated me better and better. I gradually gave my heart, secretly rejoicing that I had gained two families' love. But reality made me understand that there are many kinds of family love. After lying there for a few minutes, I pushed away the sadness in my heart and sat up, holding my face. At that moment, the system gave a reminder. 30 minutes left until the hospital violence incident. Please proceed to the designated location. Host. Chapter 4. Red letters appeared before my eyes. I found a nurse to simply treat the wound on my face and prepared to go to the designated place. Just as I walked out of the cleaning room, second brother Sam came over with a dark expression. He grabbed my arm tightly, grinding his teeth. He spoke. Victoria, was it you who exposed the stuff online? How could you be so vicious? You let people expose Anna's past and even deliberately spread rumors that she was assaulted by several men? Victoria, when did you become like this? With deep disappointment in his eyes, second brother Sam forcefully dragged me in the opposite direction. Come kneel and apologize to Anna. This time, I won't cover for you again. My wrist hurt from his grip, and I struggled desperately, only to have third brother Pablo rush over and yank my hair hard. Still want to argue? It's our fault for being too indulgent with you. The two of them dragged me forward. I couldn't help but cry out, brother. Their movements paused slightly, but they quickly reacted. Victoria, don't think you can get away with this. Calling us brother won't work. But I still cried out brother. That brother wasn't them. It was the one from another world, the one who would fight anyone who bullied me. In the end, with his face covered in bruises yet filled with pride, he told me heroically that if anyone dared to bully me again, he would beat them until they were crawling on the ground. Thinking of the family waiting for me in another world, I clenched my teeth, gathered all my strength, and smashed my head hard against the wall. Once again. Victoria, are you crazy? What are you doing? Stop it! Second brother Sam and third brother Pablo shouted by my ears. All I could hear was a loud buzzing. Let me go! Let me leave! I whispered through my lips. In the hospital room, Anna and my parents came out. They looked shocked when they saw me. Victoria, what's wrong with you? But before they could say more, Anna suddenly burst into tears. Sister looks so scary. Sister, why are you cyberbullying me online? As she cried, the pity in everyone's eyes vanished, replaced by disappointment and reproach. Victoria, when did you become like this? You've really let us down. They scolded me harshly, covered in blood. I stood up, and in my ears, the system's sharp warning sounded. Host, please proceed immediately to the designated suicide location. Otherwise, you will not be able to leave this world. Panicking, I propped myself up and ran downstairs. Behind me came the angry shouts of second brother Sam and third brother Pablo. Victoria, if you take one more step, our family will no longer recognize you as our daughter. Fine. What did you say? I said I'll return my life to you. I turned around, smiled, and didn't stop. On the first floor, a middle-aged man with a twisted expression pulled a knife from his bag. He shouted madly, "Where's the doctor? Where are the doctors in this hospital?" The crowd screamed and backed away in panic, but I rushed forward against them and pulled out my folding knife. Slash! The man's sharp blade pierced my heart 7 times in a row. I fought back with all my strength, stabbing my knife into his temple. His eyes widened in shock before he fell backward to the ground, smiling, blood bubbling from my mouth. I also collapsed to the floor. "Mom, I'm back. Victoria's home. Someone help. Quick! Save the girl!" The bystanders shouted in horror. Several people subdued the man together. A few minutes later, the hospital's broadcast echoed loudly. "Emergency! Code 222 and 999 in the outpatient hall on the first floor." Up on the third floor, my family froze. Sam was the first to react. "There's a hospital attack. Someone needs emergency care." He looked anxious, about to rush down to help. Just then, a nurse ran over, shouting, "Dr. Sam, it's your sister. It's Miss Victoria." She stopped the attack, but she couldn't be saved. "She's dead." Chapter 5. What did you say? The family members froze, their minds blank. "You said Victoria is dead?" She was always afraid of death and pain. How could she possibly have stopped a hospital attack? "Yes. I remember when she was little. She'd cry just from a small cut on her finger. How could she possibly stop a hospital attack?" They couldn't believe it. Their bodies trembled. "Doctor, it's true. Miss Victoria is really dead. She died stopping the hospital attack. If you don't believe me, go see the security footage and Miss Victoria's body." The nurse's tone carried anger. She had thought the family would grieve and cry, but she hadn't expected this reaction. Casting a sidelong glance at Anna, who was being coddled and comforted by everyone, the nurse felt even more indignant and uneasy. They're all family. How could their hearts be so biased it's like an ocean apart? Fuming, she turned and walked away, saying nothing more. "Sam, did that nurse say Victoria is dead?" How is that possible?" Mother's eyes were vacant, tears streaming down. Sam's face was calm, though his mind buzzed loudly. This must be fake. Victoria must have staged this with the nurse on purpose. Pablo's face darkened, his fists creaking as he clenched them. She actually did this just to avoid apologizing. What a disgrace after all we've taught her. "Let's go home, we can't let her get away with this." Pablo suggested going home. The others didn't respond. They nodded in avoidance, but as they reached the first floor, they overheard a few people sighing. "What a pity. Such a young girl." Yeah, the situation was so dangerous. That man's knife looked terrifying. So many grown men ran away, but she, that young girl, rushed in alone. "I heard she's already dead. 7 stabs to the heart, no one could survive that." Such a tragedy. The family's bodies went completely rigid. "Pablo, did you hear what they said?" "They said it's true. A girl stopped the hospital attack and was stabbed 7 times. Mother's body went limp, collapsing against father's shoulder. "Sam, call and ask. Ask if that girl was really your sister." Father's stern brow trembled. Sam's fingers shook as he took out his phone, just about to dial. Suddenly Anna's face turned pale, and she fainted. "Second brother, my head hurts so much. I don't want to stay in the hospital. Can we go home now?" "I feel awful. Let's go back." Sam didn't make the call. Gently, he held Anna. "All right, let's go home first." He spoke softly, putting his phone away. "Mom, Dad, I don't think the girl who stopped the attack could have been Victoria. Heroic sacrifice just isn't in her genes. Let's just take Anna home to rest." Deliberately ignoring the panic in his chest, Sam wrapped an arm around Anna and led her away. At that moment, Pablo's phone suddenly rang. "Big brother, what are you talking about? What do you mean leaving the world? What mission?" "Zoe jumped off the building herself. She's already dead." "Victoria's from another world too?" "Big brother, what nonsense are you spouting? Victoria isn't dead. How could she be dead?" Pablo's lips curled impatiently. He was about to hang up when a gurney covered with a blood-stained white sheet was pushed toward them. "You're the family, right? This is the young lady's body." Chapter 6. The phone slipped from Pablo's hand and hit the floor. His whole body froze. He turned to Sam in disbelief. Second brother, what did she just say? Victoria's body? She's really dead? Sam's hand, still holding Anna's, began to tremble violently. He shoved Anna aside, took one staggering step forward, and yanked up the blood-stained white sheet. This can't be. Before he could finish, my lifeless face was revealed beneath the harsh hospital lights. Blood pale, motionless. Ah, it's really Victoria. My Victoria. Mother's face went completely white, and she collapsed unconscious. Sam's grip on the sheet tightened. His pupils quivered uncontrollably. Second brother. She's really gone. How can she be dead? She still hasn't apologized to Anna. She hasn't even gotten into that physics department she dreamed of. How could she just die? Pablo's jaw locked tight as he stepped forward and seized my shoulders, shaking me hard. Victoria, stop pretending. I won't make you apologize anymore. I'll give you your exam pass back. Just wake up. He shouted until his voice cracked, his hands slick with my blood. As he shook me, the wound over my heart split open, 7 deep gashes, each more horrifying than the last. Second brother, Pablo choked out, his eyes red. She was so afraid of pain, with her heart cut up like that. Do you think it hurt? He looked at Sam, desperate, as though begging him to deny it. Sam's lips parted, but no words came. His throat felt stuffed with wet cotton, heavy, suffocating, as if a single breath would shatter him. How could it not hurt? The nurse rolled her eyes, her voice sharp with contempt. You should listen to yourselves. With a family like you, she must have used up 8 lifetimes of bad luck. I brought her body out so you could see her one last time. She added coldly. Victoria signed an organ donation agreement before her death. We'll be taking her body now. What? Father roared, his face flushed with fury. My daughter's body, how dare you take it without my consent? I'll file a complaint against this hospital. Get your director down here. He ripped at his tie, trembling. But before he could continue, the hospital director appeared. It's true, the director said calmly. Miss Victoria signed the organ donation form after she turned 18. She was legally an adult, her decision stands. He nodded to the nurse, who quietly wheeled my body away. Father still looked ready to protest. But Sam stopped him with a weary shake of his head. Dad, the director's right. We have no right to interfere with Victoria's choice. He swayed slightly, his voice faint. Let's just go home. Today's Anna's birthday, we shouldn't let her be sad. 2. The words hung in the air like lead. Then, suddenly, Pablo whispered, voice breaking, today was also Victoria's birthday. Tears filled everyone's eyes. No one spoke again. They left the hospital in silence. When the car stopped outside the villa, they stepped out, pale and hollow-eyed. Before they could open the door, it swung inward. You're back? Eric stood there with his crutch, looking exhausted. Where's Victoria? I heard there was an attack at the hospital. Are you all right? He peered behind them, then asked again, his voice trembling. Where's Victoria? Let me talk to her, he said quietly. I need to know where Zoe went. But before he could finish, Pablo shouted, voice raw, Big brother, Victoria's dead. She's gone. His body trembled uncontrollably as the words ripped out of him. Eric's crutch clattered to the floor. His face went blank with disbelief. Victoria's dead? She left too? Chapter 7. Big brother. Please don't be too sad. It was sister's own choice. We couldn't do anything. Anna stepped forward, intending to help Eric stand, but Eric roared. Don't touch me. Get away from me. He shoved Anna so hard she slammed into the wall. Brother, what's that supposed to mean? Victoria's dead. What does that have to do with Anna? It's not like she killed her. Why are you yelling at her? Sam bent down to help Anna up. But Eric's voice cut through the air, cold and sharp. Anna, I've already investigated everything, your past, and everything you've done. Are you still going to keep pretending? Brother, what are you talking about? What do you mean pretending? Pablo frowned, confused. Eric's expression darkened. He grabbed a document folder from the entryway. Anna, are you still going to deny it? I'm giving you one last chance. Confess. His tone grew colder with every word. He stared down at Anna, his eyes full of anger, disappointment, and guilt. Anna's face went pale. Panic flickered in her eyes. Her hands trembled as she clutched Sam's sleeve. Second brother. My head hurts. I can't breathe. Please check me. But before she could finish, Eric's palm struck her face with a loud smack. Anna. I said enough. Stop acting. The hatred in Anna's eyes flashed for an instant, then vanished beneath a mask of tears. She cried pitifully and collapsed into their mother's arms. Mom. Brother hit me. My face hurts so much. After everything that had happened that day, Mother's nerves were frayed beyond repair. Hearing Anna cry, an inexplicable irritation rose inside her. Eric. Anna is your sister. Talk to her properly. She just came home. She grew up in that awful place. What kind of acting could she possibly do? Mother pressed a hand to her temple. Pablo. Comfort your sister. My head hurts. I'm going upstairs to rest. She handed the sobbing Anna to Pablo, then turned to leave, but Eric's icy voice stopped her mid-step. Anna isn't our family's daughter. The real Anna has been dead for years. She's an imposter. His words froze the room. What did you just say? Father's face flushed red. He almost lost his balance. The real Anna was sold, by her and her parents, to a lunatic. She was tortured for 3 days. And when she couldn't bear it anymore, she swallowed rat poison. The truth detonated in their ears like a bomb. Everyone went pale. She's a complete fraud. Eric continued bitterly. Everything she accused Victoria of, it was all lies. His voice broke, eyes burning red with remorse. Brother, you mean we were deceived? Victoria never hurt her? Never bullied her online? Then all the things we did to Victoria. Pablo couldn't finish. He slammed his fist into the wall beside Anna. You lied to me? You think I won't kill you? He grabbed her by the collar, eyes bloodshot. Beside him, Sam's legs gave out. He collapsed against the shoe cabinet. Mother screamed and fainted again. The house lights stayed on all night, chaos filling every corner until dawn broke. And as light seeped through the curtains, they suddenly remembered. I had once told them about another world. Brother, Pablo rasped. Let's find Victoria and beg her to forgive us. Chapter 8. Another world on a hospital bed. When I opened my eyes, I heard sobs echoing beside me. Victoria, wake up. Look at Mom, please. Don't scare her like this. That voice, so familiar. I turned my head and saw my mother in a hospital gown, tears streaming down her face. Mom. The word burst out as I threw my arms around her. Her scent, so warm, so familiar, washed over me. The agony of dying melted away in her embrace. I was home. Host. The mission has been successfully completed. Are you sure you want to give up 100 million in rewards to heal your mother's cancer instead? The system's voice echoed in my mind. Without hesitation, I nodded. What could be more precious than my mother? 3 weeks later, our entire family accompanied her for a follow-up exam. While waiting for the results, I clenched my fingers together so tightly they hurt. Then the doctor rushed in, eyes wide with disbelief. This is impossible. Your cancer, it's completely cured. This is the first case of its kind in the world. He looked at the report again and again, shaking his head. My heart finally relaxed. Dad and my brother were frozen, repeating the doctor's words in shock. Cured? My wife, my mother, she's not going to die? 2 grown men wiped their tears away in silence. But Mom, as always, was the calmest. I told you I was fine. See? I'm not dying. You all overreacted. Her voice trembled slightly as tears filled her eyes. She reached out and pulled me close. Dad chuckled, dragging my brother into the hug. The 4 of us held one another tightly, as if returning from the brink of destruction. So good. My mom is back. Our family didn't fall apart. That night, we celebrated with a feast Dad cooked himself. When I finally lay in my familiar bed, everything still felt unreal, until my best friend Zoe called. Victoria, you're back. Your mom's cured? That's amazing. Her cheerful voice made me smile, but before I could reply, her tone shifted. Victoria, have you had any dreams lately? You know, dreams about that other world family? Her words made my heart sink. I've been having nightmares, she said, voice tight with irritation. I've dreamed of Eric 5 times in a row. He's always crying, asking where I am. He keeps saying he's found a way to come to my world, telling me to wait for him. Ugh, it's so creepy. Let's go to the temple tomorrow and get a blessing, okay? Dreams about them? The thought of that other world, of those 18 years, sent a stabbing pain through my chest. They must be so happy now that I'm gone, right? Finally rid of the curse in their family. Now they can love Anna as much as they want. I brushed the thought aside and drifted to sleep. But that night, I really did dream of them. They clung to me, their hands gripping my wrists, trying to pull me back into their world. Victoria, second brother was wrong. Please forgive me. Victoria, I'll never yell at you again. Come back, please. Victoria, Mom misses you so much. Their apologies echoed endlessly, each word reopening the pain of those 7 knife wounds through my heart. I fought to break free, and finally tore myself out of the nightmare. The next morning, Zoe and I went to the temple to pray, but all day, a strange restlessness lingered in my chest. When I returned home, I forced a smile at the door. I didn't want my family to notice anything. Just as I reached for the doorknob, the door opened on its own. Mom stood there, tears streaming down her face. Her eyes were full of sorrow as she pulled me into her arms. Victoria, my cancer's gone. Was it you? Was it you who made that deal with the system? Chapter 9. Victoria, we dreamed about it. How could they treat you like that? Sweetheart, did it hurt? When you died, did it hurt? Dad and my brother stared at me, their eyes red, their hands trembling, helpless and full of regret. 2 grown men, aching so deeply, they looked ready to die in my place. I smiled, tears rolling silently down my face. It didn't hurt at all. The system gave me a pain-blocking tool. I didn't feel anything, I promise. Trying to comfort them, I tapped my chest playfully. My heart's super strong now. I even stopped a hospital attack and saved 7 doctors. 7 of them. Before I could finish, Mom crushed me into her arms, sobbing uncontrollably. Her hot tears slid down my neck. Victoria, my poor baby, you suffered so much. Her voice trembled, then turned into a low, furious growl. How dare they? How dare they treat my daughter like that? If I ever see them, I'll make them pay, every one of them. I swear, I'll never let them off. In that moment, the last traces of irritation and bitterness inside me faded away. I smiled through my tears. They tasted salty, yet sweet. In the months that followed, I returned to school and took the university entrance exams. That autumn, I received my acceptance letter. Kyoto University, Department of Physics. The dream I once thought I'd lost forever. When my family came with me for enrollment day, we took photos at the university gate, laughing together. Then, I saw them. Not far away stood that other family, father and mother, their hair now white, faces lined with age. Sam and Pablo, pale and exhausted. Victoria, they called out to me, their eyes bloodshot as they ran forward. It's really you. Victoria, we finally found you. Please forgive us. Sam bowed his head and slapped himself hard. Victoria, I was wrong. Anna lied to me. I shouldn't have hurt you. I shouldn't have. Pablo's voice cracked, raw and hoarse. I stayed silent, my mind blank for a moment. Their faces were almost unrecognizable. But before I could speak, Mom stepped forward, shielding me. She swung her arm, and the sharp sound of slaps filled the air. Slap! Slap! 2 hard strikes left both men staggering. So you're the ones who hurt my daughter? Mom's voice trembled with fury, her eyes glistening. How dare you hurt my baby? Cursing under her breath, she handed her purse to Dad, then took off her heels and hurled them at the men. Father and mother flinched in shock. Sam and Pablo said nothing, just stood there, bowing. apologizing again and again. After several minutes, Mom was out of breath. She pressed a hand to her chest, taking deep gulps of air. Victoria, let's go. Today's your first day of college. We haven't even finished touring the campus yet. Don't let disgusting people ruin our day. She took my hand, gently patting my back. Sweetheart, don't be afraid. Mom will always protect you. No one will ever hurt you again. Her voice was soft, her smile radiant, as she led me through the university gates. Behind us, their voices cracked with tears, calling out endless apologies. But inside me, there was no ripple of emotion, because now, I have a mother who loves me, a family that truly cares. I no longer need their apologies, nor their cheap, conditional love.